Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, today is Monday. It's a new week, new day, time for new beginnings and time for old commitments. We need to recommit to the goals, to the things, to what's important in our lives. And so this podcast is about health, is about healthy food, is about healthy eating, healthy habits. And we together today will schedule and recommit to our healthy lifestyle, our healthy habits. Now guys, I'm a health coach, right? I'm a nutritionist. That's what I do for a living. So people assume that I have, because of that, tons of time and tons of motivation to eat healthy and do all the healthy habits. But just like for anyone else, my day is filled with a lot of work, errands, and different stresses that I can't predict, meetings, different clients' emergencies, project emergencies. There are a lot of things coming up. Now that I moved to a new country, there are even more things to, take care of, to think about, to fix, to figure out. And sometimes I feel like I don't have time to cook and eat healthy and exercise. Like there are all these things that I gotta do, all these, things that I gotta take care of, and they all seem to be so urgent and need to be taken care of right now. And if I didn't have this one habit that I'm gonna share with you in a moment, I probably would not be so consistent with my healthy eating, healthy lifestyle habits. I would probably order in, order out, take out and eat foods that do not support my health and well-being the best more often. If I didn't have this one habit, I probably wouldn't exercise just as consistently, having this connection, this beautiful connection and relationship with my own body, like feeling really good and knowing what's going on in my body, knowing when it needs to rest, when I need a little bit more sleep, and when I need a really hard workout. What's this one habit that allows me, in spite of all these stressful situations, moving to another country, especially if you don't have like some company who takes care of everything. I'm a solopreneur. I take care of everything and nobody prepares anything for me, apartment or place to live or work or my groceries or food. I have to take care of everything myself in a new country. I have to figure it all out. So that just to give you an idea, that's, one of major things that's happening for me right now. And if I didn't have this one habit, again, I wouldn't be able to be in such a good place mentally, emotionally, and physically and stay on top of my healthy eating and healthy lifestyle habits. So what's this one habit that I believe anyone, guys, who wants to be fit and healthy and feel awesome and energetic every single day. And yes, challenges will rise up, will come into our lives. But when we have our energy, our vitality, our health, our self-confidence that is supported and created by, fueled by a healthy lifestyle, we can handle anything. Day by day, one step at a time, we can handle everything when we stay on top of our health and well-being. And so what is this one habit that I have that I believe everyone should have if you do care about your health, your fitness, your well-being? Scheduling. Guys, it's simple scheduling. So what do I mean exactly by that? So every Sunday night or Monday morning, I open up my journal or planner. It might be a simple notebook. Sometimes I change it all the time, so I don't have like a specific format or anything for it. But every Sunday night or every Monday morning, I open up this notebook or planner And there is one blank page that I'm going to be using for this exercise. And I just write down by hand days of the week, Monday through Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I write it down. And then opposite each day of the week, I write down my sleep routine, my exercise routine, and my food plan. Sometimes I have to double the week, so Monday to Sunday and then Monday to Sunday again, because there is limited space on the page. And so what I do is first, my sleep. So I make sure that there are no late night meetings, like maybe some online meetups starting at 9 or 10 p.m. I go to bed usually by 8:30. That's my ideal time because I like to be up and running 4:30 in the morning. So I make sure that I don't schedule any meetings unless they're really, really important, like maybe birthday of your mom or your kid or something like that. Unless they're that important, they're not going to be scheduled late at night. You know, if something is important, if something is worthy our time, if it's some project we want to work on, then probably it's a good idea to schedule it early in the day when we are at our best, not at 9 p.m. in the evening when our brain is barely working, to be honest. And that's true universally for everyone. Well, maybe the night owls are a little bit different, but then your whole schedule is going to be a little bit different. But anyhow, I make sure that I don't schedule any commitments, any meetings, that I don't overschedule my days. So by 8 p.m., I'm done with everything, absolutely everything. And I start getting ready for bed. And by 8:30 or 9 the latest, I'm in bed peacefully sleeping. So I make sure that in my planner, there is nothing that interrupts with that. Then the second thing I do, opposite each of those days that I wrote down, Monday to Sunday, I write down what kind of exercise I intend to do to make sure that I have a balanced exercise routine, movement routine. So when do I rest? When do I do my resistance training? When do I want to do yoga? When do I want to do some cardio or flexibility and mobility, coordination training? So I like to have, just like with my nutrition, and that is the best approach, what seems to be from all the studies we have about movement and long-term health. So I make sure that I have variety, that I do some strength training, that I do some recovery days, that when I do yoga and flexibility training, that I do something for my cardio, maybe martial arts and fights like boxing, maybe something like body attack cardio routine from some on-demand online workout platform. I make sure I do something for flexibility, mobility, coordination, something like dancing, like ballet dancing. I do a lot of that these days. And then I make sure that at least one day a week, I have a day when I allow myself to do nothing. If I don't feel like doing even yoga, then I don't have to. I'm just gonna walk, enjoy, the day, and don't think about any workouts. So opposite each day, I write down what feels the best for me at the moment. Now that might change a little bit, but I always make sure that I do some exercise. And even if I decide to switch, let's say, my weight training day with my yoga day at some point, then I'm just gonna switch them around, interchange them, but I don't just, forget about them. They're there in my planner in this notebook. And then when it comes to food, what I do for planning is I make sure that for my main protein and fat source, I schedule something different each week. So for me, usually, like today, for example, it's Monday, I'm going to have chicken livers. Organ meats is on Monday every week. On Tuesday, I'm going to have some mussels. It's usually shellfish day. On Wednesday is usually a vegan day. On Thursday, some sort of meat, like maybe beef. These days in UK, I absolutely love lamb. Like, this is the most delicious meat ever. So usually Thursday is a lamb day. On Friday, I might have another vegan day where I'm going to eat a lot of beans and sweet potatoes. On Sunday or on Saturday, I'm going to have some fatty fish like mackerel or salmon. Also, I might, add some eggs here and there, some kefir for when it comes to protein and fat-rich and nutrient-rich foods. And then on Sunday, I usually fast. So that is also in my planner. And then when I go shopping, I just make sure to pick up a bunch of different vegetables. So every day of the week, I eat something different. Fruit, different veg, different nuts and seeds. Maybe one day I eat berries, the other day I eat persimmons, and then, some bananas. I mix and match. So that's how I schedule my food. And when I go shopping, usually Sunday or Monday morning, I make sure to pick up a lot of those things. And so I don't have to do major shopping the rest of the week. Now, I personally do have time. I like to have this time when I relax, when I cook, when I have my meal. So I don't do meal prepping at the moment. But when my clients are super busy during the week and they don't have time to do major cooking, like no time at all, then I always recommend to take some time on Saturday or Sunday to do the meal prep for the week ahead, maybe half of the week or the whole week. And then some of what you cook, you can put in the fridge for a couple of days, 2-3 days. And some of that you can freeze and that can stay there for a long time. Even things like green smoothies can be done convenient, meaning you put all the ingredients in separate Ziploc bags. For example, some you put in the fridge, some you might want to put in the freezer. And then in the morning, for example, if you decide to have a green smoothie with maybe some protein powder for your breakfast, you just put it in a blender, 5-10 seconds blend, and you have your drink ready to go. You don't have to do any prepping or cutting or figuring out what to do. But the main idea and the habit that allows me to stay on the top of my healthy habits lifestyle, and that allows me to not think about it, not make any decisions later in the week when I get overwhelmed with all the things that I gotta do, all the projects, all the clients, like all the ideas that I want to work on to advance my career, my mission, my vision. So when I get overwhelmed by all this during my week, I don't have to think about the basics, my sleep, my exercise, my food, because I already thought about it on Sunday and Monday. And so when we get overwhelmed, we don't usually make good decisions. But because I made those decisions in advance, I'm sure that they are quite good. And so I didn't have to worry about making new decisions. I already made these decisions in advance. And then it becomes kind of routine, but I still do this scheduling. I still make sure every Sunday or Monday morning, I make sure that I schedule that time when I take care of myself. Because guys, this body of ours, this brain, our state, our well-being, they need to be taken care of. If we don't, we're gonna get a negative feedback, negative results. We might get sick, we might get tired, frustrated, stressed, we might get more overwhelmed, we might put on weight, we might get unfit, we might get cranky and unhappy and lose our sleep. So many things can happen. Life can be overwhelming, but so please do schedule your basic self-care. And whenever I work with any client of mine, we do the same work every week. We are together figuring out what's the best routine that will make them feel, that will make my clients feel that they are on top of their basic health care. Like your sleep, your exercise, your healthy eating, it's the basics of health care. So you need to schedule it like your life depends on it, guys, because it does. Because again, this human body, this human brain are all the aspects of our well-being. They cannot be maintained without us investing energy, investing time into them. And once we have our routine, it doesn't really take that much time, and it's quite enjoyable. I love my workouts and the time that I take to cook once a day. It allows me to get grounded in my own body, in my own emotions, my mental state, take a deep breath, a few of them, and to reconnect back to things that are important to me, that I'm working on, instead of being overwhelmed with all that life throws at me. I look at it also as grounding practices, and I believe if you start doing these things mindfully on a consistent basis, you'll understand what I mean, guys. But anyhow, take some time today to schedule your basic healthy lifestyle, health, self-care. Figure out when you're gonna sleep so you get 7-8 hours of sleep, good quality 7-8 hours of sleep on schedule. Same schedule is really important. We talked about that a lot. Make sure that you schedule in your workouts, even if it's short workout, even if it's like 20-30 minutes, it's got to be every day. Maybe schedule your walking instead of your workouts. Maybe figure out a way how you can walk more while doing your errands, right? It doesn't have to be a workout in the gym anywhere. Like right now here in UK, gyms are closed, most of them, and I just do something in my room, or I just make sure that I walk a lot. But I schedule that in, guys, when I see that in my schedule there is no time for an actual workout. I just make sure that I walk a lot on that day. And then your food also. Get your food, get your routine figured out in advance. Are you cooking? Are you ordering? If you're ordering, how you can maintain healthy eating while ordering somewhere else. Create a list of foods that need to be in your fridge so you have something to cook or eat on the go if you don't have time to cook, like maybe canned seafood like sardines, tuna, salmon, canned veggies, or maybe frozen veggies that you can throw into the oven and bake them or roast them for like 10-15 minutes. So figure out those things and schedule them in. And you'll be surprised how much more consistent you'll become with your healthy habits once you have it in your planner. Our brain then knows what to focus on. And also, guys, look at it every morning or maybe every night, and that will refocus your brain on these basics of our self-care. Do this, let me know how it goes, and if something wasn't clear, I didn't explain it well enough for you, then reach out and ask me questions. Maybe you have your specific challenge that you don't really know how to work around, right? Reach out, and as a coach, I'm gonna give you my best tips, my best experience, I promise you that. Besides that, guys, thank you for tuning in this Monday. Hopefully you're having an awesome morning and gonna have an awesome day, an awesome week ahead. No matter, doesn't matter whether it's COVID or lockdown or whatever, we still can have great days. Share this episode with one another person who might be struggling with the same thing, trying, to be healthy, but not really knowing where to find time or mental capacity to think about it all. So share this episode with one another person. Maybe share it with your family or with your roommates, your boyfriends, your girlfriends. So together you practice it. And as we know, together we do everything better. And you get more consistency and more results. So share, re-listen, and most importantly, guys, start scheduling your basic self-care. That will change your world. I promise you that. So thank you, guys. And as usual, till next time, eat better daily.